Good day, everybody. Joel here with the tropical update, and folks, it's time to get ready. Hope you've got your plans and your kits ready in case these systems come your way. Overnight, tropical depression 13 formed just a few moments ago, about 30 minutes ago. That's why I've been waiting to put this off. I've been waiting to see if tropical depression 14 would form right down in the area I told you it would, and sure enough, it has. Now, tropical depression 14, 35 mile per hour winds, the pressure 1007 millibars, located 15.1 north, 79.7 west. It's moving at a fast clip, around 21 miles per hour, to the west. Now, there is a couple of things that could play out with this, but I'm going with the National Hurricane Center's forecast now because that's what we should do. Now, tropical depression 13, the winds are 35 miles per hour. The minimum central pressure is 1,008 millibars. It's located 16.0 north, 52.0 west. It's moving at a good clip also, around west-northwesterly at 21 miles per hour. Now, a lot of things can happen. I'm not going to go into all this, that, and all the other. I'm just going to put out what the National Hurricane Center is saying at this time. Now, this disturbance number 2. I told you it was not, I didn't agree with the National Hurricane Center about that low percentage yesterday. And it has hopped up to 40% now when it was 10, 20, now it's 40. It's a tropical wave. It really hadn't got all the way off the coast of Africa yet. It's near the coast of Africa. And this wave is expected to move over the far eastern tropical Atlantic Friday, and some slow development is possible through the weekend while it moves west-northwestward at 15 to 20 miles per hour across the eastern tropical Atlantic. 2 days, 20%. In 5 days, it's hopped up to 40% chance. Now, for the key messages with tropical depression 14, the one that possibly is going to go in the Gulf, it looks like it could. It is going to slow up a little bit. It's going 21 mile per hour now. It should slow up because of a subtropical ridge, but the tropical depression is expected to strengthen over the northwestern Caribbean Sea through Saturday. It could produce tropical storm force winds and heavy rainfall over portions of the coast of Honduras and the Bay Islands beginning tonight through Friday. Now, the system could be near or at hurricane strength when it reaches the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico late Saturday, and watches could be required for a portion of that area later today. Now, the system is expected to move into the south-central Gulf of Mexico as a tropical storm Sunday. Some strengthening is anticipated while it moves northwestward over the western Gulf of Mexico early next week. But it is too soon to know exactly how strong it will get or the location and magnitude of impacts it will produce along the central and northwestern Gulf Coast. Interested in those areas, please monitor the progress of this system. You can see they have it reaching almost hurricane strength in 60 hours from now. It goes down a little bit and then it goes back up. So we're going to have to wait and see. Anywhere in the Gulf Coast states, it's up in the air. I think it will go over more towards Texas, that area. We'll have to wait and see. We'll check the tracking map out. But everyone in these areas, please listen to your local weather forecast and your local authorities. Of course, this is the tracking map for Tropical Depression 14. Here it is right here, south of Jamaica. Remember, I kept telling you right down in this area, if it was going to form, this is where it's going to form, and it's looking like the National Hurricane Center is not wasting any time in getting out watches all around the coast of Honduras. As you can see right in these areas where it's yellow, these are tropical storm watches. Should turn into a tropical storm, remain a tropical storm. They have it heading up to the Texas and Louisiana coastlines. This is as of now. It's not wrote in stone, but everyone, please be prepared. Now, as we switch gears, we're over to Tropical Depression 14. Folks, I've been up working on this since about 7 a.m. I wanted to wait for this advisory to come out, though. Yes, it looks like it's going to turn into a hurricane as it is around the Bahama area. Now, some of the models that I have looked at have it as a major hurricane. I'm hoping that is not the case. Right now, we go with what we have, looking like it will be a hurricane though. We do have tropical storm watches out around the islands here. I'll get into more detail about that in a moment. But as it moves on up here, you can see, do not pay attention to where this dot is. I'm thinking anywhere in Florida. Anywhere. It could come up like this. It could come up like this. It might just skirt around. Then it's going to move on up. Where it goes, nobody knows. It's too early to know. But what I am telling you is, if you live in Florida, you need to pay attention. Key messages for Tropical Depression 14 that may be on its way to Florida. That's what it's looking like. Here we go. Tropical storm conditions are possible across portions of the northern Leeward Islands by Friday night. Tropical storm watches have been issued for some of these islands. Heavy rainfall is likely across this area beginning late Friday. There is a risk of tropical storm conditions in the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico Friday night and Saturday, and tropical storm watches could be required for these islands later today. Everybody in these areas, please monitor your local forecast and local authorities. The details of the long-range track. Now, the intensity forecasts are more uncertain than usual since the system could move over the portions of the Greater Antilles this weekend. However, this system could bring some storm surge, rainfall, and wind impacts to portions of Hispaniola, Cuba, the Bahamas, and Florida this weekend and early next week. Now, everybody pay attention. You can see it does reach Category 1 strength from the National Hurricane Center at this time as it gets closer to Florida. Please be aware. Now's the time to have your kit ready and your plans ready as we monitor the progress of Tropical Depression 14. Now, as we look at this, we do have tropical storm watches in effect for Saba, St. Eustatius, St. Martin, Antigua, Barbuda, St. Nevis, Anguilla. All of you folks are under a tropical storm watch at this time. Looking like for you guys, the depression is expected to produce rain mainly for you. 1 to 3 inches of rain, but some isolated totals could be 5 inches over northern Leeward Island areas and maximum totals of 3 to 6 over Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands through Sunday. And tropical storm wind conditions are possible within this watch area by late Friday. Now, we also have watches and warnings. Here we go. Tropical storm watch in effect for Honduras, Nicaragua border, west to Punta Castella, Honduras, Bay Islands of Honduras. Please, all you people, be aware of what's going on in your area. As we go to the Eastern Pacific right quick, we still have Hurricane Genevieve. Now, I'm going to show you the tracking map and the watches and warnings. The very tip end was under a hurricane watch last time I saw, but overnight in the California Baja Slur area, 2 people drowned. It did not make landfall. This was from the storm surge and the flooding that it produced. People, storms are getting more intense. This is a Category 1 storm. Check it out. The winds are 75 miles per hour. It's a Category 1 hurricane. And people are dying from storm surge when it doesn't even hit land. It doesn't matter if you want to call it climate change. It don't matter if you want to call it man-made. None of that stuff matters. This is happening. That's what matters. Seems like each storm is more intense than they used to be for every category. Now, right now, Genevieve, the winds are 75 miles per hour. The pressure is 984 millibars. It's located at 23.3 north, 111.4 west, and it's moving northwest at 12 miles per hour. The hurricane watches are gone now. But you see how far offshore it is from actually hitting land? 2 people died from storm surge and flooding. Okay? Now, this was a hurricane warning down here. It's been changed now because Genevieve has come down in intensity some. Tropical storm warnings everywhere in the blue. The yellow is a tropical storm watch. Genevieve should start to keep going down in intensity and dying on out to a tropical storm. Just a little later, moving right on up and out into a post-tropical depression, well out away from land. Okay, we're going to get right to leave. Before I do, I want to show these tracking maps from the National Hurricane Center one more time. This is Tropical Depression 13. As you can see, the watches are up already for the island areas here. Be aware. Please click Show More. If you do, you'll find information in case you've missed something during this broadcast. Should remain a tropical storm till it gets right up close to the Bahamas, then turn into a hurricane. The pattern, it can jog anywhere right now, folks. We've got trough systems, we've got wind shear, we've got a little bit of dry air. We got all kind of things going on. This thing may die down a little, or it could intensify. And it could intensify on some models to more than just a hurricane, up into a major hurricane. So let's hope and pray that don't happen. Let's just keep it as it is and hope it dies on out. But everybody in Florida, all of these areas, but especially up in the Bahamas and Florida, you need to make sure you've got your stuff together, because it does look like it's coming sometime the 1st of next week. Thank you for all my new subscribers. Thank you all my faithful standby subscribers. You're all awesome and I love you all. And if you haven't subscribed and you're into daily weather forecasts, severe weather, tropical weather, it's hurricane season. We have 102 days left, I believe, right now. So please subscribe if you haven't. I would appreciate it so much. I'll get this information out to you just as soon as possible and when I'm satisfied with what I'm seeing to be correct for you. Click subscribe, click the bell, and make sure you got a little dot where it says all to ensure you get all my latest videos. And as I leave you right now, this is Tropical Depression 14. We do have all of these tropical storm watches up around Honduras, as I've showed you. It should remain a tropical storm. There's a little scenario here, though. Up in this area right in here, there's some pretty good wind shear going on. I'm going to wait and see. This is just me. We're going to go by the National Hurricane Center, but I don't know if it may not get torn apart. We're going to have to wait and see. But as of now, if you live on the Texas coastline all the way up into Texas a ways and around into Louisiana, you see where it's at. You know, if you live in these areas, you don't have to ask me. You need to make sure you've got your kits and your plans ready too. And that's it. Have a good day, a safe day, a blessed day. I do ask that you share this video information with your family, your friends, and on your social media to help me keep people aware and safe. I would appreciate it so very much. Peace, love, and kindness to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching.